should've cared. I'm sorry that I loved you. I'm sorry that I cared. I never should've loved you. I never should've cared. Sorry that I loved you. Sorry that I cared. I never should've loved you. I never should've cared. I'm sorry that I loved you. Sorry that I cared. I never should've loved you. I never should've cared.
kinda like you. I think I took a little bit tonight, but I don't mind it. It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, don't you think? It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, don't you think? I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go, go, go. Let me see you dance. I wanna see you dance. Let me see you dance. I wanna see you dance. I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go, go, go. Let's get out of here, let's get out of here. We can be alone. Let's get out of here, let's get out of here. Baby, nobody's home. You look like heaven and I wanna go there. You look like heaven and it's just not fair. You look like heaven and I wanna go there. You look like heaven and it's just not fair. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. You look good,
Hello and welcome to another episode of the SharpSHOOTers. As always, we're your hosts, Danny and Juice. Hope everyone's having a great Thursday. After All In, I know I've had a great week. What about you, Juice? I meant
It
All
has
Out.
been
No, I meant All In.
it has been amazing. I just before we dive in too much, just a heads up, I'm looking on Twitch and oh never mind, now I see us. I didn't see our picture there for a minute. But
Yeah, sometimes we don't show up right away. It's very strange.
it's okay. Well, hello everybody. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling a massive relief, a massive weight off my shoulders. We are in the right timeline, thankfully. And
Especially after you tried scaring me with last night's show, you son of a bitch.
we'll get to that.
You bastard.
But yeah, I'm feeling good. Feeling very good.
Are you
How
feeling
you guys feeling in the chat? Let us know how you feel in the chat from All In.
Are you feeling good enough for a trivia question this week?
I am. I'm feeling great. I got a good one for
Uh-oh.
you. All right. Who is? Wait, hold on. Keverlast says, "Yo, who's the customer support rep?" Hello. Just be sure to give me a 5-star review at the end of the call. Appreciate any of your comments. They're much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Tasmanian. Love the understanding
Yeah.
bell.
So trivia question. Who was the first wrestler to ever win the WWE title Monday Night Raw?
WWE title Monday Night Raw. WWE title
First
Monday Night
wrestler
Raw.
ever.
Can't be Mankind. That's way too late. But I'm trying to think. I feel like the 90s, they never really changed titles on Raw. Shit.
Tasmanian Devil says Randy Orton. Jay says WWE, meaning post WWF era. No, just in the history of WWF. So
Yeah,
since
no.
Raw began in '93. Well, no, they're asking in chat. So yeah,
No.
all of WWF.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's when we refer to WWE, we usually count WWF as well. Yeah. Fuck. I gotta say Mankind because I just can't think of anyone else who won it before him on Raw.
Yeah. So the answer is our recently departed Psycho Sid.
Really?
Yes, in 1997, he was the first wrestler to win the WWE title on Monday Night Raw. So
Who'd
may
he
rest
beat?
in peace. That I do not know.
Interesting.
Did not look that part up.
All right, that was a good one. Yeah, rest in peace. Like I said, I loved him as a kid. Terrifying.
Yeah.
That whole rivalry with Shawn Michaels with the '97 Royal Rumble and stuff. One of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I remember him hitting Jesus how do you say his name? Lazario with camera and that shit. Like I actually thought he gave the old man a heart attack. I was like, oh my god, what is he doing?
I got you.
They got me so. I was like, what 8? Like they got me so well.
Oh man.
All right, that was a good
So,
one.
thank you. Before we dive into our rankings and our blind rankings and all of our talk, I just wanted to give a minute, do a little bit of housekeeping here. For anybody watching in the chat, it is September on Twitch. I'll admit we don't know the full details of it, but I looked at it. It looks like you get a discount if you do subscribe to us this month. So please do so. We do appreciate the support. We are down to 2 total subs at the moment. So if you have subbed and maybe your 1 month gifted or your 1 month on Prime ran out, please do take the time, go in and renew. We do appreciate it. There you go, Keverlast. Thank you for the sub with Prime. We really do appreciate it.
8 months strong.
Yeah, and again, any support you can give us, it really does help us. It means a lot, and it helps us kind of work on graphics, maybe some more tech support in the future. Anything to help keep us going. We do appreciate the support. It helps elevate us also on the platform. So thank you. Anything you can do to help. Thank you very much. All right.
Also, don't forget, if you do have a Prime account, please use your free Prime sub and use it on us. Go to gaming.amazon.com and use your free Prime sub, and we still get paid, and it costs you nothing. So I wonder how that kind of works with the deal this month, too. So check that out. Hopefully it gives you a couple extra months or something. We'll find out.
Yeah.
So
you very much.
this past week, so much has happened in the world of wrestling. I was terrified, anxious, excited. I mean, all range of feelings went through my body this week.
It's like prom night.
It's like not my prom night. I don't think I was that excited. Maybe I was. I don't remember. So, before we talk all that wrestling, we do have a quick little segment that we have been growing very fond of, in my opinion, which is the blind rankings. For those of you who haven't been here before for it, myself and Juice, we pick 3 categories. We go anywhere from 5 to 10 wrestlers or whatever the case is, and we pick it for the other one, so they don't know what 10. It's not a random 10. It's 10 that I've picked for Juice and Juice has picked for myself, and then we just ask the other one to blindly rank each category. Can we range anything from awesome to terrifying to I don't know, just downright weird. So it's been fun. I feel like, Juice, you came up with a name for this segment and I don't remember it.
No, that wasn't the blind rankings.
Oh, that wasn't this one? Damn it.
That was the match reviews. I said
Right.
Be Kind Rewind.
That's right.
For the match review segment.
We got to think of a name for this one.
Yeah, we'll think of something. We'll get there.
Anyone at home, if you guys have any ideas of how you want a wrestling-themed blind rank for this segment, that would be great. Help us out. So, Juice, why don't you start us off? Let's pull it up on the screen. There we go. That's mine. Hold on. Let me get yours up. All right. So, me and Juice each have a different 3.
Okay. Are we doing it like that? Okay.
So, Juice will be giving me his first category, which looks like wrestlers by weight. I hate you so much. Wrestlers by weight. All right.
All right. So before we get started, just a little nitpick. On the screen, it looks like the 10 is a little bit off screen.
Oh, yep. I see that. Hold on. I can fix that really quick.
Just for our viewers at home.
And I believe that's better now.
Nice, full, pretty picture. Bootyful. Okay.
Perfect.
So, this is going to be wrestlers by weight. I have 10 wrestlers. I have their build weight with them. So this is a right and a wrong one.
Okay.
This isn't really just your opinion. This is going to be getting it right or wrong.
Yes.
All right.
Wait. So number 1 is the heaviest and number 10 is the lightest. Just making sure.
Yes. Yep. No. Good point. Number 1 is the heaviest. Number 1's the heaviest. Number 10 is the lightest.
All right. Here we go.
All right. Let's start off with the Boogeyman.
Oh, Boogeyman wasn't that heavy. I'm gonna put Boogeyman at 8.
Yeah, but you don't know who's on this list.
I know. That's I'm still gonna put him low.
Cruiserweights. Okay. Boogeyman at 8. All right. Let's see. Let's go with Psycho Sid.
Oh, Psycho Sid's definitely more than Boogeyman. I'm gonna go with 5 for Psycho Sid.
Okay. All right. Next up, let's go CM Punk.
Oh, you piece of shit. Let's go 9. Just in case you put like Rey Mysterio or something down there.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna have like Rey Mysterio number 1.
Let's do Jon Moxley.
Oh man. All right. Well, I gotta put him 7. But I think I already think I got that wrong. I think I have to switch him and Boogeyman.
Man. All right. Ricochet.
Throwing a hornswoggle. Damn it! You really fucked me. I really thought you were going heavier. You piece of shit. How do you spell Ricochet? R-I-C-O.
What? R-I-C-O.
Yeah, I always get confused. I'm a math teacher. Wow. Yeah, no, this list is getting bad. I'm already lost.
This isn't looking good for you.
I'm
man.
already
Ricochet
lost.
Bigger than Punk and Mox.
I know. And Boogeyman.
Oh man. All right, let's see. Who's next? Let's go let's see who we got on here. Yeah, let's go with China.
This is terrible. I've ruined this list so bad. I really thought you were going heavier. China's gotta go 4.
Okay. Let's go Lita.
Let's hope Lita's the lightest person you put on this list. Let's put her 10.
All right, and next up we got Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Oh, man, this list is terrible. Who's next?
Okay, got 1 or 2 left here. Who's going to be the heaviest one on here? Let's go Andre the Giant.
All right, I'll put him 1. So who's my number 2?
Sure about that? All right. And then at number 2, you have Britt Baker.
Britt Baker. Jesus Christ. All right, so try to fix the list. Obviously, Psycho Sid goes up to number 2. Boogeyman would be number 3, correct?
Correct. Andre
Okay.
1, Psycho Sid 2, Boogeyman 3. Correct.
I'm going to say China number 4?
No.
Oh, Moxley then number 4.
Yeah, Mox is 4.
Then China.
No.
Really? I figured I thought she was bigger than Punk, actually.
She's
So
still female.
then, I know, but she was still big. So then Punk
Yeah,
at
then
5. And then she bigger than Ricochet?
Yeah, Ricochet next.
Okay, then China.
Yep.
Then, oh man,
You have 3 left now.
I know by
It's a guy.
weight. So I would say Ray then by weight.
Yeah, Ray next.
Then Lita, then Britt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Oh
Damn,
man,
that
look
was
at you.
terrible.
Britt Baker, second heaviest wrestler on your list.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rey Mysterio number 3. I mean, this is the number 1 Rey Mysterio podcast, so I have no problem.
I mean, this is the content y'all subscribe to.
He beats the land. You know, he's one in the land of the giants, so I'm fine with him. Fine with that. All right.
Oh man, got
Your
him.
first
Let's go.
one. Sticking some good, some bad, and some ugly here. So your first one.
Let's see.
Top 10 attractive females.
Oh boy.
So
All right,
who
well,
you
first
find
off, we
the
got
most attractive?
attractive. All right, we got Jay DeFalco in chat saying DMD, a true big man wrestler if there ever was one. Ow. You know, I mean,
Listen,
can't lie.
that's
Blind rankings don't lie.
I mean, Rey Mysterio and Britt Baker are legends in the big man.
Oh man.
I don't know what else to
All
say. I don't know what
Top
to
10
say.
attractive females.
All right, here we
I'm
go.
on the clock. Let's go.
Starting off with Saraya.
Ooh. I mean, I have no idea where you're going to go rest of the way.
I
I'm going
know.
to put her at number 3.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Fine.
Then we're going to go
Fine.
with Becky Lynch.
Ooh. I could put Becky at 5. Put Becky at 5. I'll play the middle there.
I should capitalize her last name. All right.
Nice.
Mickey James.
Ooh. Put her at 2. Put her at 2. I gotta leave room at 1.
Rhea
2.
Ripley.
Yep. Hmm. She started good. Started good. She had the whole Aussie thing going on.
I mean, did you like Mommy a little bit before?
Hmm. I'm gonna go with 8.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go 8.
All
Yeah.
right. And why
I'm
can't
waiting for the Mae Young. I'm waiting for the Mae Young drop. Honestly.
All right. Asuka.
I could do 6. I was thinking 6 or 7. Let's go 6.
Jamie Hayter. Oh,
Oh,
I don't think Jay DeFalco liked Asuka at number
No.
6.
I don't think he doesn't like Asuka. That's for Asuka in general. Let's see, Jamie Hayter.
Jamie Hayter.
I can go 7 there.
All
I can go
right.
7. I'm about to disrespect some people. No, it's coming.
Oh, what do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. That's what we call
Thunder
dating.
Rosa.
Ooh, I can go 4 for Thunder.
That's what we call Danny a Jamie Hater.
Oh man,
That's a good one.
You know what? I'm really ashamed of myself that we've never made that joke to Greg.
Oh
That
yeah,
That Jamie Hayter would be his favorite. Like,
that's so
female wrestler.
funny. All right, 1 spot left, and then 9 and 10.
Okay,
Next
let's do
up,
this.
Liv Morgan.
I gotta go 9. She would be higher, but yeah, let's go 9. I'll play the 1 and 10.
Tony Storm.
Oh, all right, let's go. You bastard. Mm. I'm gonna assume you're setting me up. I'm gonna go 1.
Oh man,
I'm gonna
you
say
were
1.
right.
Give me 1.
I was setting you up. For number 4, you have put the greatest female wrestler ever, according to this podcast, Mercedes Moné, at number 10.
That's all right. Honestly, you were setting me up either way. I wasn't gonna win.
Tasmanian
You're
says
gonna
Liv Morgan number 1 on the list.
Ooh.
So completely wrong.
Yeah. Honestly, looking at this list though, like I'm good with my top 5 or 6. I'd move Liv and Mercedes up and Hayter and Rhea down.
Ooh, so even more of a Jamie hater.
I mean, I moved down like a little spot or two. I mean, again, this list is all like.
Hey, I picked you. I give
There's
you a good list. I want to give you a good one.
No one on this list. No one on this list. I'd say no to.
I agree. That's what I try to do for you, buddy. All right,
Yeah.
My next list: wrestlers from the UK.
Hold me.
What does this mean?
Oh yeah, it's me. All right. So, pretty straightforward. No right or wrong. Just wrestlers from the UK. We just had AEW All In.
All right, just my favorites. Cool.
Yeah, let's play it up. We get all the greatest hits out there.
Oh, there's so many.
First off, yeah, let's go. Let's go, William Regal.
Ooh. Harley Mercedes belongs at what number? You didn't tell us what number. You just said at a number.
She doesn't like Mercedes. She probably means at number 10.
Number 11. She's not even on the list.
Yeah.
William Regal. See, I like Regal, and I don't know who else you put on this list. I don't want to disrespect. I'm going to put Regal 4.
Okay.
I'm going to put Regal. I think that's
Harley
solid.
says number 20,000.
20,000.
Calling the police.
Listen, man, I can't go that far down this list. We'll be here forever.
All right, let's go. Let's go, Saraya.
Oof. I like Saraya. I'm saving those top spots. I'm gonna put Saraya. I'm gonna put Saraya 5.
Okay. All right. Let's do Nigel McGuinness.
You know what? You're not gonna like it. I just haven't seen a lot of Nigel. That's the only problem for me. I'm not gonna disrespect him and put him like low. I'm gonna put him 7.
Fine, I'll take 7.
Only because, like I said, I really haven't seen him. Even though I loved him in the Gauntlet match, I thought he was very good.
Why don't you marry him?
Because I think you already proposed.
That's true. All right, up next, Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne. I'm gonna put in 6.
Right. So look at you playing it safe now, playing in the middle.
I know. I'm so scared. I think I played it too safe.
Fit Finley.
Oh, that's all right. I like Finley, but he can be number 10. That's fine by me.
All right, let's go. Let's go, Pac.
Because like I don't know if you put my real favorites up there. Ah, man. Sorry, Pac. You're gonna get disrespected right now, depending on how this list goes. I'm gonna put him 8.
Wow.
That is very low for Pac.
Wow.
I admit it. I just don't know who. I'm saving those top 3. I got a feeling.
What do we got left? We got 1, 2, 3.
wrong.
We got 4 left.
I'm hoping you didn't do me wrong like the last list.
Trying to see who I missed here. Okay. Let's go, Will Ospreay.
Yeah, I was hoping for one of those. I'm gonna go 2 for Will.
Okay. All right, let's go Mariah May.
Mariah May gets number 9.
Ooh.
I like her. She's just fresh.
Well, we got 2 left here.
I'm scared.
1 and 3. Oh boy. Either way, they're gonna be pretty high up there. Let's go with Anthony Ogogo.
Oh, you fuck. You piece of shit.
Oh, boy.
I gotta put him
Well-
number 3, and I don't want to.
Well-known UK wrestler Anthony Ogogo.
And who's number 1 for me?
Well, I was nice to you this time, Danny. British Bulldog.
That's...
You're welcome.
Damn it. All right. Yeah, so
What? Not a British Bulldog guy?
Pac should be number 3 for sure. Really, everyone should move up. I would probably put Bulldog number 5 or 6. I like Bulldog. Not the worst. Anthony Ogogo pisses me off. You're the worst. I hate you. Anthony Ogogo, you son of a bitch.
British Bulldog better than Will Ospreay. Wow. Right here first.
He has more titles. All right, now you deserve this. You get the top 10 cringiest moments I could find. I try to remember as much as I could, and I try to keep it stuff that you have seen, just because anything besides that would be silly. So let's start off with the infamous Val Venus Choppy Choppy PP.
Man, see, that was like the first month I watched wrestling. So, like, that wasn't really cringing to me. That was like, oh, shit, they just...
That was weird at that point, yeah.
Like,
you weren't, as a kid, you weren't, like, scared? As a kid, I was terrified.
I was in awe. I was like, what the hell is this?
He
I was still like, I was learning...
off with a samurai sword.
Like, I was literally learning wrestling. Like, that and Taker...
I was learning
like that and Taker embalming, like, Austin. Those were, like, my first 2, like, core wrestling, like, memories.
You know what? I totally understand why you're the fan you are now. If that's what you came into, that's fantastic.
That started. Yeah,
that's fantastic.
I could put that at 10. That's not cringy at all to me.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That was just like the beginning of 10. Easy peasy.
All right.
Choppy.
Choppy choppy pee pee. All right. Triple H marrying Stephanie McMahon.
Which time?
On screen.
Which time?
The first time. What?
When they renewed their vows.
They renewed. That's
like...
not a marriage. That's renewing your vows.
Yeah,
that's not a remet. Like, they didn't get married again.
Either way.
When she was drugged. All right.
Yeah, that wasn't really cringy either. I mean, that was like...
What kind of human being are you right now, bro? We have one guy who's getting his penis chopped off. We have a woman who is drugged and forced to be married, and none of this is cringy to you. That's terrifying to me.
Here's the thing, man. Anything
people at home,
that you're gonna...
please be safe with this, man.
All right, listen. Anything you give me from like my first year and a half as a fan, like before I really knew like storylines and all that other crap, like I don't find it cringy because that was like the stuff that got me hooked. So I mean, this was a pretty dope moment though. Like, put it at 9.
Jesus,
you're not cringing me yet, man. Nothing's like, maybe I'm a monster. I'm trying to work my way up from 10 the whole way. Who knows?
I'm gonna try to think of what I think is the cringiest and see how you.
Yeah, get me. Like, what's the line? You're probably better off getting me like a. Actually, no. Whatever. Keep going.
All right. Let's see. Next one. All right. This one should get you. I hope. It's pretty recent. It's from the COVID era. Nia Jax screaming "my hole" during her match.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I got you on one. Finally. I figured Nia Jax would cringe you out no matter what.
She sucks.
She sucks.
Let's put that.
She sucks.
Let's play the field. Put that at 3.
Ooh. Okay.
I'll throw that at 3 because it's Nia Jax. She's pretty awful. So you should have given me a whole list of Nia Jax moments.
You know what? That's the next one. But I don't want to make you miserable and depressed on the podcast, bro. I want our fans to like be happy to watch you.
Well, they will be happy to watch me be miserable.
The Katie Vick reenactment. If you say that's not cringy, I'm gonna
that's
sign off.
Number 1.
Okay.
Number 1.
Thank you.
That's terrible. The problem is I'm thinking of like I'm not thinking cringy. I'm thinking bad, like a bad moment. Like that's just Either way, number 1, Katie Vick.
All right. DX technically doing blackface when they impersonated the Nation of Domination.
I'm going 8. Put that at 8. I didn't listen, man. Without getting into it, that was the time. It was funny. Let it live.
Man.
Number 8.
Yeah, just when everyone sees this list, man, they're gonna be like, "Wow, Juice
Listen,
put
man, that wasn't-
blackface at number 8." Kevin Last, that kills him. Oh, I love it. The Piggy James skit.
Oh, Piggy James. That wasn't really cringy. That was just annoying. Like,
Well, it was fat
Just-
shaming.
yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me. I mean, it made me feel bad for Mickey, but like, I didn't cringe. I don't know. Yeah, I guess put it at 7. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, it was just them bullying her. It was fucked up. I shouldn't have done it.
People.
Like, I didn't watch it going like, oh, this is like.
All right, so this is the last one that I think is gonna be like iffy for you. I think after this, I'm gonna have some good ones. Big Boss Man dragging the Big Show's dad at the funeral.
Oh, dude, that was great. That was so fucked up and so great. Yeah, it's gotta go 6. That wasn't. Yeah, it's fucked up, but like, damn. I thought he legit like did it, man.
I know,
watched
me
that
too.
shit.
I was like, bro, that's rude. All right, here we go. Jeff Hardy incident at Victory Road.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's a 2. That's embarrassing for him. That was hard to watch. Yeah, number 2. Just how messed up he was. If you don't know the incident you're watching, just look up Jeff Hardy Victory Road.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was fighting Sting in the main event, I think, with the title involved, and just was completely drugged out of his mind. It was awful.
Yeah, it was a 1.5 minute main event. It was crazy.
Embarrassing.
2 left.
Let's go.
The
Everybody play this well.
ending of the Matt Hardy Sammy Guevara match where he got concussed.
I'll go 5.
All right.
That wasn't like planned. It was just unfortunate. Like, yeah. Like, honestly, that's probably the only out of everything you give me so far. That's probably the only one I've legit like cringed at. If we're being that literal with it, because it was like a real hurt. Like he got hurt. So yeah.
Your last number 4 cringy moment is the AJ Styles Claire Lynch angle in TNA.
Dude, I love that. I would have put that so much lower, man. That was great.
That was
That
awful.
probably would have been.
Hey,
That probably would have been like down at 7 or 8, man.
that's
I love
hilarious.
that whole stuff.
That's
Look
so
at the baby,
funny.
AJ. Look at the baby. And he's shaking. Oh man.
That was so funny. Oh my god.
that.
All right. Last one for me. Dream matches versus Bryan Danielson.
This is a fun one.
I'm excited for this one.
All right.
I was excited for the last one too until you said Anthony Ogogo.
First up, Keith Lee.
Keith Lee. Oh man, is he ever gonna wrestle again? I personally love Keith Lee, but I also know there's a lot of people that I know you would put on this list for a good one. So unfortunately, I'm gonna put him 9. I just also don't know if he's ever coming back. Like COVID really almost killed him, and that sucks.
Mm-hmm. Jay White.
Jay White. I'll put 7.
Okay. Adam Cole.
You know I'm excited to see that match again. Adam Cole putting 3. I love Adam Cole. Baby.
Kyle O'Reilly.
I want to say the top 2 spots. Yeah, put Kyle 4. I love Kyle. Wait. Do I put Kyle 4? You have a lot of probably good people on this list. Fuck. I'm going to put Kyle 6, and that hurts me.
Okay. Malachi Black.
I'm glad I put him 6. Malachi Black. I'm trying to think of who else I'd want to see him wrestle. I'm going to put Malachi Black number 4.
Okay. You're missing an A in Malachi. Between the K and the I. Between the K and the I. Ricochet.
I'm gonna put Ricochet 10. As I like Ricochet, but I don't know if that's not a dream match for me. It's gonna be a great match, but I'm thinking of dream matches.
Okay, so we're down to what, 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Samoa Joe.
I'm gonna put Joe 5. I don't know why. I think you have good ones for the top 2. I'm hoping you have at least one that I really want.
What am I missing? 3 left?
3 left.
Jay Lethal.
Jay Lethal's fine at 8. All right, let's see here.
Okay. Mark Briscoe.
I'm gonna put him 2. Who's
Okay.
number 1?
Well, Danny, you won again. Orange Cassidy.
Let's go.
You did it. So, yeah. So a fun fact for you about this list. This was my list that I made up when Danielson first announced he was retiring from full-time competition. Since then, I've revised it with the championship reign now in the picture. And let's see. So Adam Cole. This is Adam Cole. He's only fought one-on-one once ever on SmackDown.
Yeah, I remember that match.
Jay Lethal. He's only fought once ever in Ring of Honor back in 2006.
Oh, wow.
Samoa Joe. He's fought a ton of times, but
It's
you got to
Samoa
get
Joe.
that one.
Yeah.
You got to get that one more time, at least
Yeah.
in AEW. And then the rest of these names, he's never fought in the ring.
That's a crazy.
So, yeah, so take away Cole, Joe, and Lethal. He's never even touched any of these guys on the other side of a ring.
That's
One-on-one. One-on-one.
I
So,
hope
like
he gets
Mark Briscoe.
hope he gets the rest of a lot of those guys. If I had made the list, because I was seeing some names, I would have put. I think I was going to put Zack Sabre because I know they have the rubber match left, so I want to see how excited you were about that one. And then I would have put Ospreay obviously because you had the rematch there. But yeah, I think I probably would have not put. I wouldn't have thought of Lethal or Lee, to be honest with you, just because Keith Lee, like I said, I mean, I've said it before. I love Keith Lee. I hope he comes back. I hope he's healthy. I don't think he is, which is sad.
Yeah. Again, my focus was just matches where like he's never fought the guy, and I'm like, all right. Like obviously Strong's on my list. They want to see him fight Strong again, but they fought a ton of times. So like, I'm thinking of who hasn't he not fought yet?
Yeah,
so.
We're gonna get into that talk in a little while, but I'm really so interested to see what he does. So interested. All right, last one for you. Top
Let's go.
10 world title wins. So just no specific, not first time, not pay-per-view, nothing. Just these are some of the best world title wins across different companies, and you get to rank them.
Okay, let's go.
Let's start off with the classic one from our childhood. Stone Cold Steve Austin's world title win at WrestleMania 14.
That one, I'll put it at 3, just because I think I told you, like, at that point, it had already, like, aired. Like, I didn't become a fan until, like, midway between 14 and 15.
Yeah.
So, like, 15 was my first live Mania, but 14, I rented it all the time. We got it all the time from Hollywood Video, Blockbuster, watched it a million times.
So that's why I put that one on, because I think that's the only match you haven't seen on this list. So I wanted to put that first. Just
haven't seen live or haven't seen?
Well, yeah, that wasn't during your time of watching.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Hollywood Video. Oh, yeah.
All right, next match. MJF at Full Gear.
You know, that was just tough, man. Because, like, I was there live, and at that point, you know, like, the Elite just came back. Punk was still out with the injury in the first fight. Clearly, the match was supposed to be Punk versus MJF.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that moment was kind of taken, and they made it Mox. And it's Jersey. Like, the crowd was like, a bunch of dicks. So, like, I was already annoyed with some people. It's tough. It probably should be higher, but I'm gonna put it at 9.
9. All right.
Yeah, a bad night, a bad time.
All right. Next match. CM Punk at Double or Nothing.
That's the first win.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one. It's tough. Like, yeah, it was a great moment, but like hours later, it was like, oh, he's hurt.
Keverlast said they're going back to Jersey for Full Gear, which is woof.
Yeah, they are. I noticed that. I thought about it, but I guess luckily, I'll be away during that time. So I wouldn't even be able to go if I wanted to.
Thank God.
Right.
All right, so where are we putting Punk?
I'll put it at 6. I'll bump it up because I mean it was
Alright.
the first time he won it. It was an awesome moment. Everything that came after with the injury killed it, but
Yeah, that's why
Still look great.
specifically just the win and not like the
Yeah.
rain or anything like that.
no, I'm thinking of just the win. Yeah,
Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30. You thought I was
Okay.
going to fuck that up, didn't you?
you did. So disrespectful.
Well, what at WrestleMania 30 was Daniel Bryan.
You know, I'm gonna go 7. I'm gonna go low with it because like it wasn't supposed to happen. We had to like pull teeth just to make them do it. Then they had to throw Triple H in there.
That
to give
didn't
him
make
the
it more
first-
special, though?
What?
That, like, the fans made it happen more than before?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was curious.
Yeah, no, I just if they're going through everything to get there, it's just like what the hell. It's the same thing with Kofi, but we'll get there, I'm sure.
That's fair. All right. Brock Lesnar's SummerSlam title win. First one.
Let's see which one. Jeez, Rock and Rock. Man, that was awesome. I was
Brock
there
and
for
Rock.
that one too. Like it's funny. It's funny because Brock and Rock felt like what MJF Mox was in the time. Because like it was like the crowd was like the tide was changing and
Mhm.
turning, and you could feel it happening because everyone knew it was going to happen on that night. But different circumstances, different time in my fandom. I'm gonna put Brock's win at 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, just being there helped a lot. I loved it.
All right. Next one. Dolph Ziggler the night after WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'll go 5. Cash in. It was awesome. Love Ziggler.
All right. EC3 when he beat Kurt Angle on Impact.
I can go 8 on that one. It was fine. Just nothing really much to talk about.
Randy Orton's SummerSlam win
Mm,
in 04, I believe.
yeah. I'll go 4.
Ooh.
I'll play the 110
Leaving
card.
the extremes. All right.
Yeah, I'll give you what you want. Let's go.
That's what I want. What I want.
You want, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was like, which one am I missing right now? Okay. Who do I give you first?
Just remember, I play nice.
I know. I didn't think you were going to do this, to be honest with you. Let's go with Bryan Danielson this past weekend at All In.
Number 1.
1.
It's recency bias, but I'll go 1.
And that means number 10 will be Bobby Roode's first title win on Impact
Oh, that's
when
fine.
he turned heel.
Yeah, Bobby Roode will understand. Honestly, I feel pretty
It's a pretty good list.
solid.
Yeah.
I feel solid with how I played this out. Yeah.
No, I agree. If anything, I'm surprised Orton's that high. I thought Orton would be a little bit lower for you.
I mean, where could I put him at that point? 1 and 10. So
Yeah, I know. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's why it's blind. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hoped you liked those. We have been doing those for a while now. As you can see, they're getting a little more intricate, and we're trying to have, do one specifically for each other. So that should be Crybaby over Danielson. Oh. I think he said you picked it wrong.
That's fine.
That's fine. All right. So, moving on.
Let's do it.
We are going to talk about a huge week in wrestling. Let's start off with All In. All In,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen. This is how we ended. Looking through the list, I'm just going to scroll slowly.
Let's go, baby.
As you can see, it was a pretty all over the board night for each of us. I believe
Not for me. Not for
6
me.
and 6 was for Matt. I was 7 and 5. Juice 9 and 3.
That's good. I'll take 9 and 3.
What
That's not all
matches
over
do you
the
want
place.
to talk about?
I mean, I got my notes written down kind of in show order, so I can go off that if you
Cool.
want.
Yeah, let's go in short order. Yeah, if you always do AEW, I do WWE, so you go ahead.
So first off, before the pay-per-view even started, we'll talk about the 0 hour, the return of Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, that was dope. I was disappointed.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a match.
Yeah, you know what though? I mean, didn't have to be. Could have been, sure, but I think it worked out. Was just give that pop right to start.
For sure.
Everybody all hyped up. Yeah, I'm glad she's back. Glad she's in shape. Obviously, I'm happy for her that she's in shape. But the first thing I noticed was like kind of like Walter with like the power. Like obviously she slimmed down, she got in better shape. I'm happy for her, but like with her slimming down, I feel like a lot of impact from her moves isn't what it used to be. At least from that match with Harley. But could have been ring rust too. Maybe I'm wrong. But either way, it's dope she's back. So
I think it's one of those things where we kind of guys like. I don't know if it's ring rust or not. I think when we see her with a Saray or someone where it's supposed to be an intense match, then we'll kind of see if the power is there or not. But I don't think Walter really lost the power when he lost the weight.
and
He just, I mean, I know he doesn't look as vicious, but like, I don't know.
no, I think he did either way. But like
We'll
when he
get
does
to
a
that
splash
later.
off the top rope. But yeah. Yeah. So then that's all I have from the 0 hour because all the other matches were kind of just like thrown together like
Yeah.
16-man, 10-man tags. They were
Yeah,
fine.
for those of you looking down here, I'll show you. We put Team Top Flight versus Team Lethal for the 16-man. We all got that right. Von Erichs versus Undisputed. We got that right. We kind of knew those were just thrown in just to make the crowd happy and get those guys on the card. So those are pretty obvious ones. All right.
Yeah.
Then the card started.
And then the main show started, man. And I got to tell you, this is the only thing on the show I really, really didn't like.
This is the thing I liked the least. There was one other thing I wasn't crazy about, but this is the thing I liked the least.
Blackpool Combat Club. With
Yeah.
Pac winning the trios titles, man. I mean,
Doesn't make sense.
doesn't feel right. Obviously, I wrote something in particular that changed after watching Dynamite. We'll get to it, but it just doesn't feel right that they won it with Pac.
I agree.
Like,
It's
first
weird.
time.
It's weird also because, like we saw from Dynamite, he's not a face. And obviously, BCC is going to, Blackpool Comic Club is going to that face kind of, thing right now with Danielson, and they're all supporting him. And Yuta just got out of the fight with Swerve, and Swerve's clearly turned heel, or not really, but still like tweener mode. So, yeah, I don't understand. I understand you try to give Pac a moment. Then give him the Casino Battle Royal match, or give him a one-on-one match with someone. I don't know, but like that's not the moment you give him. Of all 4 teams, that was the team that deserved to win the least, and it just didn't make sense.
I think it's just Tony's stubbornness as a booker, where clearly the plan was Death Triangle to probably win, and he just didn't stray from it at all, just to give Pac the moment. And like, sorry, I don't really care. Like, I'm kind of over the moment thing all across wrestling. I'm done with it. Like, come on.
That's
Like,
fair.
He got in the ring. He did the match. He got over with the crowd. Like, you didn't need a ticker tape parade.
No, I agree. And what I found the weirdest also is that you're just like throwing him in at the end with the celebration where he doesn't belong. It was so weird.
Well,
just because he won the trios title, he doesn't have to go out with them. Like, he's not a part of the Blackpool Combat Club.
So I felt the same way, but again, we'll get to it after Dynamite. I changed my mind on it.
All right, we'll talk
get
about
there.
that then. All right.
We'll get there.
Next match
Um,
or next topic.
yeah, again, if I skip a match, let me know because maybe there was a match I didn't have any notes on. But the next thing I've written down was Mariah May.
Yep.
I love that she slapped her mom.
That was so vicious, bro. I can't believe she did that. Beautiful.
That's how it should be.
Beautiful.
Like, she's a heel.
Mm-hmm.
You're in your hometown. Who gives a shit? Slap your mom. Take her out. Because, if it was just like any other thing, it's like, oh, hometown, things were different. Hug your mama, but you're the heel. Like, that's how you be a heel, Britt Baker.
Yep.
So, yeah, very good. I love the match. I thought it was great. Send off for Tony.
I was surprised a lot of people didn't like the match. Like, I saw a lot of online reviews, even like, I don't pay attention to it, but even Meltzer's like ratings or whatever, like a lot of people rated it low and like weren't crazy about it. I don't know if it was just fresh off the ladder match, because the ladder match itself was good. The ending wasn't, I agree, but the ladder match itself was good. So I don't know if it was just the hangover part, but I thought they had a really good match. I thought they had a really good story told. Like, it was never going to be a technical masterpiece. The whole point of that match was the storytelling. It was
very good.
Which makes you laugh also, because that's what everyone complains about with AEW, that they don't do storytelling right. The few matches that they do have a very solid story, you don't give them the credit. Like, they can't win, man. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Speaking of moving on, Jericho Hook, worst match of the night. Can we move on?
Not the worst match of the night, but
yes, it was.
I mean, yes, it was, but it wasn't a bad match.
Agree to disagree.
All right. Can we talk about the only part that I will agree was just like awful and unnecessary was him pulling off the eye patch mid-match and screaming to the crowd. I can see.
That was so stupid.
Forget that you even took out the iPad mid-match, which is dumb. Take it out at the beginning. Why are you screaming to the audience? I can see. Like, we understand you. That's the whole fucking point of the moment. Like, you just scream to everyone.
How else are we gonna know? Why didn't they pause the match halfway through to give us a video package to remind us why he was wearing?
I was dying.
It was stupid. He should have just taken it off on the ramp right when he came out.
I agree. All right, moving on. I know you don't want to talk about it too much.
Thank you. Tag titles for the triple threat. Triple threat for the tag titles. Thank you. This was a fine match. Didn't really blow me away. It was okay though.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed with it. Again, not a bad match, but I'm just trying to make sure I got on the screen. There we go.
It's who I thought would win though. I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
not a bad match at all. Just like I felt that match, I felt was kind of rushed. Not rushed, but like it didn't seem like it went as long as I thought it was going to go for a triple threat. I guess they just didn't really care about it. I don't know. It wasn't as big of a deal to them. But yeah, I agree with that.
Well, the thing I want to talk about, though, is after the match, the grizzled young vets showing up.
Yeah, that's dope.
I love it.
Now,
they're here.
I'm confused. That is the one thing I was confused about that I wanted to ask you. They showed up already. Yes. Where'd they go?
Where'd they go?
Like,
well, they
did.
Did,
it's not like they showed up like 2 weeks ago and now are coming back. They showed up a while back. And then I feel like kind of disappeared.
They did TNA for a while. They probably had like a 6-month deal. And then they did a bunch of independent stuff. That's all. I don't think they did Japan or like CMLL, but they did TNA for a bit.
Got it.
And that was it.
I wasn't sure if there was something more than that or if they got hurt or something. All right. No, I'm hyped. I love them. I love them in NXT. I think they're a great tag team. And I think their interaction even last night with Young Bucks race, that's a nice tone for them. I'm pretty excited about it. And I love the little catchphrase, grit your teeth, is just great, simple, easy. I like it.
Grit your teeth. All right, now, the big one. The Casino Gauntlet match.
Bro, it was such a good match.
So good.
Such a good match. Great surprises. I love the surprises. It felt like a Royal Rumble a little bit in that sense, which I like. That's the part of that I like.
Yeah, it was like 12, 13 people, which was perfect. It was more than the usual that they did on TV, so they did more. Excuse me. I mean, Nigel McGuinness, man, is back in the ring. It was amazing.
Yep.
As soon as I heard the music, I popped big time.
Yep.
It was so cool to see him fight, get in there with Okada, with Sabre. I love that of all people, Christian's the one that speared him, but we can get to that again in a few minutes. So cool. I love Nigel. I'm very happy he's back, and it sounds like like he's not full time. They didn't really elaborate on it, but he's still going to be commentator, and I think he's gonna wrestle again soon.
He's wrestling Danielson before Danielson retires.
Absolutely.
They've been saying
You
this
don't
up
do
for
that.
so goddamn long. There's no way he's not having one more match with Danielson before he. I'm so excited for that match, and I don't really know Nigel's style. Like, I haven't seen him in the ring, but just all the hype they've been doing and all the setup and storytelling they've been doing for these two.
So
I'm just excited for it.
I thought he was going to win the whole damn thing, honestly, but he's basically Zack Sabre Jr. with like a lot of lariats, like a lot of clotheslines.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. He was like a little more powerful kind of style. No, it's going to be great. I'm very excited for that. Ricochet debut.
Good old Ricochet back.
Looked great.
Debuting in AEW. Back off WWE. Now, like, we don't have to call him by his slave name of Ricochet anymore. Now we can call him by his indie name of Ricochet. Welcome back to AEW.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though. I had a split second freak out because if you look at the Titantron, the R in Ricochet looked a lot like the R in Ryback. And I'm not gonna lie, for like the smallest of seconds, I thought they were doing Ryback. It scared me. I was scared.
No quicker way for them to stop us from watching AEW.
I was terrified. Luckily, it did not pan out that way.
Oh my god. All right, Okada in the match, great. I like that we were talking about like what's he gonna do on the show. So kind of forgot about that he could join the Casino Gauntlet. So like that was great when I saw him. So I was like, oh yeah, duh, that makes sense.
And then came the gut punch of an ending.
Crazy, bro. And like, so I loved the way they did it, with the exception of that Christian, like, I don't think Christian needed the win. I don't think Christian needs a world title. That's not a dream match that I'm looking forward to of Danielson and Christian. It's going to be great. I love Christian, don't get me wrong. But he, like, just got out of the title scene. I was already annoyed that they dropped the belts when I think they shouldn't have. Now they're going to this. Like, the only thing that would have made sense is they dropped the belts to set up the Luchasaurus stuff, which I thought was great when him coming out as Luchasaurus. Like, I jumped out of my seat. I got real hyped. I was like, finally, like, it all pays off. Like, that's why they got the belts off. Okay, I'm not as upset that they got the belts off them. And then they do this shit. I'm like, well, this doesn't make any fucking sense. What are we doing here?
Honestly, I've been over it. At least since World's End, maybe even longer.
Fair.
Because like here's the crazy thing. Like I feel like a lot of people forget about this. Like they already did the Luchasaurus turn on Christian, and then he went back like a few weeks later.
Yeah,
like, they've done
because he has the whatever. He has the I forgot the blackmail.
Either way, it's just so like, hey, what blackmail? What are you talking about?
The whole reason that he has Luchasaurus under control is that he has some dirt on him. Like, that was how this all started. That he's like, remember, I have this. Like, I'll try to find the clip and look back into it. But like,
yeah,
he has
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, that's the only reason Luchasaurus is like his bitch right now.
Well, because here's the thing. Now, if this, I want to see this clip, but like that's a failure on commentators' part. And of all people, Excalibur. You'd think like they'd mention this over and over again, like but blackmail.
That's the only reason I remember that is because like every time that he goes to turn on him, like it doesn't make any sense for him not to turn on him. Like there's no reason that Christian has him under control, besides that he has something on him. I forgot specifically what he said, but like I remember him saying when he first turned and was making him attack Jack Perry, like remember that I have this, and that's why he came back to him after that initial attack. I just forgot what it was. I'll look it up.
Right. Yeah, I'll look into it too because I want to know. But
still, honestly, like still doesn't work.
Yeah, well, listen, in the moment and even now, I don't hate it just because it took Adam Page out of the equation for cashing. So, like,
which is fine, but anyone else could have
okay.
won. And this is kind of like the trios matches. I feel like the one person who didn't need to win. Literally anyone else could have won it. I'm like, all right, that's great. That's just going to be a cool match for Bryan Danielson to have. Christian's just like, because you're ruining the storyline that I want Christian to have with Luchasaurus. So I don't know. That's just me nitpicking. The match is great.
I just think it's kind of the point. And also, like, if you're going to have him turn, what better time than do it than to do it than when the title's on the line.
I mean,
To
that
make
would
the stakes
be
even bigger.
that would be great.
So,
If that's what they do, then yeah, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna forget
yeah.
about
So we'll see.
past
We'll
issues.
see. Uh,
Jay DeFalco saying Killswitch is the last of the dinosaurs. He needs a father figure too. It doesn't look like he
Yeah.
wants the father figure though.
So Osprey MJF was amazing.
Amazing.
I loved the Assassin's Creed entrance with again with the gear and the video and the breakdancers. Just amazing. So,
and
yeah,
then MJF coming out as freaking Apollo Creed was also wonderful. That was so funny. I loved it.
yeah, very good. And while I do not mind at all that Osprey won, you did talk me out of it, like I knew was going to happen when you did.
Not even on purpose. That was the funniest part. I was talking about a match completely different. I was talking about the Bryan Danielson match. You're like, oh, that's going to make me switch my vote.
You got in my head. Well, you made me start thinking about the Tiger Driver and Danielson saying, like, use it. And, like, I started thinking into the future. So
I was
you got in my head.
when you said
it's
that, when you texted me that, I was like, I didn't even say this to you.
It's okay. It's all right. I'm happy Osprey won, honestly.
No, I agreed. I thought it was a great match. I love Garcia coming back. I think that's great. Clear next match for All Out. I think that's great as well. I can't wait for that match. It's gonna be wonderful. I like everything they're doing with MJF, and like we just said, I'm glad that they got the belt off because the American title would have eventually run its course, and I think they would have held on to it too long. So I'm glad they got it off early while it was still, fresh.
Yeah. Now the next match, I mean, I had a problem with the placement of it on the card. I'm tired of Tony doing this. It's the old WWE thing of putting the women on after like a hot match to cool off the crowd or piss break. They did it again, man. I mean, listen, I'm not even going to talk about the Brit stuff. Just the match placement alone. You're setting them up for failure.
Do you think that's a part of why Britt wrestled the way she did, though? Do you think she was frustrated with all that's going on, all the backstage bullshit? She sees her place in the match on the card.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like you don't see your place on the card. Wrestlers talk about it in backstage interviews all the time. Like, they look at where they are on the card.
Listen, man, I mean, if this was any other pay-per-view, I'd be like, okay, whatever, maybe. But, like, this is Wembley, the second biggest crowd you've ever wrestled in front of. It's a dream match against one of your idols.
Yeah, still be professional on Britt's part,
like,
but I'm just saying, like, maybe that was a part of it.
I'm gonna say no. I don't think it was that, but something was up with her, and she clearly just was sandbagging. Like, she wasn't taking the suplexes or any of that shit. I didn't even hate the match in the moment. I still enjoyed the match. I agree. I liked it. I just think the crowd didn't give it shit. It was a terrible placement, so they didn't get like the pops or reactions they wanted, and it was unfortunate. The right person won, but Britt.
But
like, do I think she got a little bit too much criticism? Yes, a little too much. But I think she got deserved criticism because she definitely held that match back.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a bad match.
But
it was just.
I was gonna say, I think Britt's been doing that kind of the whole rivalry though. Like we were saying, like when she came in the crowd the other day, like she just walks in the the whole point is you're supposed to sneak in and like run in and it's supposed to be a big moment.
Yeah.
Like
she's in business for herself.
Yeah, I think she's just frustrated that she wasn't coming on top on this big feud. Like this is gonna be a huge feud, and she knew it, and she wanted to win it. And no, like Mercedes right now needs to be the big dog and let her go. Like you needed some time away. You were supposed to come back and be big, and then for whatever reason that didn't work out. That's not her fault. Like that's not because of Mercedes.
Not good.
Then the coffin match.
Coffin match. I mean, it was cut for time. I saw, but you know what? That worked for me. I mean, at this point in the show, a 10-minute match, let them go nuts.
I was gonna say a coffin match shouldn't go that long anyway. Like a coffin match, the whole point of it is so you're trying to knock out your opponent as fast as possible. You're trying to like use weapons or whatever. That's not gonna be a 30-minute match. So like totally fine. That was a 10-minute match. I think it was real good. The only thing Sting was great. I love Sting. The only thing, and I will always say, just because like for me it's always a real hazard, is I just hate the glass spots. Any other thing, thumbtacks, Legos, whatever you want to use, I don't care. Just glass always just gets me like kind of skeeved out. But I know why he did it, because that's what the whole scapegoat thing is built on. It was the glass spot, so like I get it. Just like
real.
It's real.
Real.
It's just real terrifying. No, but I thought it was a great match. The shot that Darby took at the end was vicious to lose the match. Oh my god, man! And then Sting coming out was great. That was truly unexpected. Loved it.
Yeah, it's funny because I just said earlier, like that day, like during that match, probably even I was like, when do you do it? Like at this point, like he retired, he hasn't been seen since. When do you do that first return moment? And I didn't really even think it would be here. I was surprised. It was nice. I liked it.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with it either. Like it's not like he's been away for a while, so it was enough time. He's not going to be coming back or anything. It was just a one-time thing because it was Wembley. Totally fine with it. I loved it a lot.
And then the main event. Oh my god.
So
good.
When I tell you that, like, first off, I texted you and I texted my husband the same thing. I was like, I'm not talking to you for an hour. I'm not talking until this match is over. I might not even talk to you after the match is over because I'm afraid of the results of the match. 10 minutes into the match, I was like this the entire match, just like looking through my hands because I was so scared. It was such a good match, man. I loved every second of it. I fell for so many spots. I don't care. I cried at the end. It was such an emotional match. It was so good.
I didn't even get like that emotional. I was just locked in. Like I was just sitting there going like I didn't want to react to anything. I was like, just get it done.
I reacted
to
everything.
that's all it was.
Every time I saw Birdie, I'm like, this is your fault. I hate you, Birdie.
I mean, yeah, well, yeah. I mean, she wasn't crying either, man. I was pissed.
Dude,
whatever.
that was the funniest part though in the post scrum was Danielson saying like, you have me with the ketchup because he called it ketchup for his kid. You have me with the ketchup in front of the kids. Birdie's over here crying in her mom's arm, and the son is just laughing in Danielson's face, like loving everything that's happening.
Love it.
It was great.
But it's so good. I'm so glad. No, they did the Paige tease, but no cash-in thing, no screwy finish.
Yeah, I'm glad Paige didn't actually get involved, and I always am happy when the interference doesn't directly cost the match. Right, like
and it
instantly.
Usually doesn't. Yeah, it usually doesn't. Usually they'll do it and they'll tease you, and then like a minute later it ends, which is fine.
Yeah, like Danielson got the move in, still kick out, still had a chance to win, and then gets in the move in, and like totally fine with that. That was great. No, I really liked every part of it. Thank God, is all I had to say. Thank God, because I don't know what I would have done I don't know what I would have done tonight. I don't know how I would be able to talk tonight if he retired.
We probably would have just sat here in like black shrouds and just like all right, I guess let's pick these.
Just join us in an hour of silence. We just don't talk and we just play Daniel Bryanson clips all day.
I will remember.
And then, man, the video too, though, the pre-match video of him, that was perfect. Like it pulled out all my heartstrings. It was so good.
Yep. I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready at all for any of it. But we made it through. We're all okay. And now we're in the land of the bold and beautiful. The build up to All Out and Grand Slam. Dynamite last night.
I know you're so excited for the main event.
Of Grand Slam, yes.
No, of All Out, the next pay-per-view.
So to start off, the beginning of AEW Dynamite, we have the return of Jon Moxley, who comes out to his New Japan theme song. Not his Wild Thing, not his whatever the other song was that was better, the original song before Wild Thing. Excuse me. Cuts a very, very intense heelish promo telling Shivani it's not your company anymore. And walks out, and it's very awkward. And then later in the night, there's a backstage segment where he's getting interviewed, and who shows up to beat up some nobodies? Marina Shafir.
I know.
So Mox and Marina together, and not gonna lie, if there's ever a way to get me invested in something new and interesting and get me out of it an hour later, this was it. Because Marina Shafir is not it, and I'd love for her to prove me wrong in this new role, but I'm not feeling the Marina part.
So you're interested in this? This isn't your company anymore angle before the Shafir stuff?
Yes.
You have no fear that this is Shane McMahon coming in right now?
I don't think they would go there. That's why it's so asinine to put Mox with Shane. Like if you do that, you're jumping the shark with Mox.
That's why I'm like scared. I don't understand. I don't understand what he would mean by that, which is great. Like that's what you want, but like with all the
Yeah.
rumors going on and everything, like if you're gonna bring in someone else to fight for control of the company, the only person that really makes sense is Shane, which is gonna be awful. But it doesn't make sense that Shane and Mox are together. So that's why I was like, kind of going back and forth. Like,
I don't think it's gonna be that. And if it is, they're really jumping. Like I said, they're jumping the shark with Mox.
I hope not.
Because my first thought was, okay, clearly he's pissed off at the way the Blackpool Combat Club is now and conducting business with the rah-rah Danes and stuff, with them teaming up with Pac being out there. That's a huge betrayal for him. He's pissed off at it. So, like, he could, obviously it could be like like another Blackpool Combat Club knockoff thing going at it. Or my thought was something cooler they could do is if Mox was the one managing and leading a stable of women, like badass women, like just Drew Marina and like Layla Hirsch and like Mercedes Martinez, I just picked 3 people out of my head, whatever.
That'd be pretty dope.
Like or Diamante, like get some badasses and like do like a female Blackpool Combat Club. Obviously not to go at them, but like
No, of course.
To elevate the women in a way where they're on with Mox, like where Mox is on with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think the Shane angle is the way to go.
Neither do I. But that's the only thing I could think of when you say like this company isn't yours. If it's gonna be a wrestler takeover, great. Please do it. Would love to see Moxley like do something where he's like the main heel now. That's awesome. But if it's something like where they're getting someone else to battle Tony Khan for control, like seen it, done it, and it's usually not good. Like,
yeah.
Even when Vincent Flair did it, it was good for a little bit, and then it got shitty. Dixie Carter did it with TNA, that was terrible. Like, WCW did it, that was awful. Like, it never really works out long-term storytelling, so, like, I really hope they don't do it here.
I'm not going to overcomplicate it just yet. I don't think it's that.
Yeah.
I think because we already got that going on with the Elite. So I don't think
exactly, right?
I don't think that's what's happening.
I agree.
I think it's just
that would
the ideals of AEW.
Honestly, you putting the Elite back in my head kind of refocus the picture a little bit.
Yeah.
That wouldn't make sense that you have the Elite and then you have someone else coming in. You're right.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Thank you.
Especially because they're doing like a heel disruptor thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can move on.
Yep, I agree with you. You're right.
So
I overreacted.
some all-out matches. No, it's okay. Some all-out matches made up. Swerve and Page in a cage.
I cannot wait. That's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be solid. Probably gonna main event the night, but is what it is. MJF versus Garcia. I like that he's not doing the dance anymore. I hope he keeps the dance in the past.
The dance was great, brah.
No, I'm good, man. Get all that shit out of here. I don't need that. And then I like that he pawned off the Dynamite Diamond Ring. I wonder if if that's the end of the match or if they're gonna bring it back next year. But
the Diamond Ring actually got stolen, correct?
No, Garcia stole it and pawned it off to get to the UK.
But I'm saying that's the storyline they're doing. This is like the kind of the Jericho World Title thing where someone actually stole his diamond ring, right?
No.
Oh, I thought that was like a real thing that he said someone stole his diamond ring.
Well, it was in storyline to explain why he didn't have it during the match.
I get that. Like I said, I really for some reason thought that was legit. I thought it was like another Chris Jericho thing.
No.
That's hilarious. I was like, that's a great save. So that's why I was in your compliment. I was like, that's a great save. I would do the same thing.
Nah. I haven't seen anything about that being legit.
Gotcha.
Real. Tony Khan last night tweeted out that he wanted everybody to trust him when he booked an 8-man All-Star tag of the Learning Tree and Roderick Strong.
Oh, that's what you meant by that, bro. When you texted
you didn't open
that,
the tweet?
I just didn't see the time, whatever, because I was doing a draft last night. So you're texting me all these updates. I'm like, oh my god, the worst has happened. Like my worst fear came true tonight.
Yeah. So he posted the picture of the 8-man tag, and everyone was bitching about it during the afternoon.
Yes.
So he replied to the tweet saying to everybody, "Trust me, this is gonna be worth it, or it's gonna pay off, or it's gonna be a great match." And it wasn't. It was your standard 8-man, 6-man tag we've seen from the conglomeration and the Kingdom for like the last month or two, which has been great. Like it's been the same. So it wasn't anything crazy good. All they did was flip who they're feuding with now. So now the Learning Tree is going to feud with the Conglomeration forever, and Undisputed Kingdom's going to feud with Hook. That's all that was.
Mm-hmm.
And they did the non-finish, and it was just like, really? Like, that was your trust me thing? It was just so, like...
Well, no, it was a finish. It was a finish, just they did a finish that's going to lead to the feud. Like, Roger Strong got pinned. They just didn't see the foot under the rope.
Well, he tapped out, but yeah.
Well, you know what I mean. Yeah, Roger Strong lost the match.
Yeah,
no, I agree. I think it was just kind of especially because, like, I kind of want you to do something different with Hook. And if you're not bringing back Samoa Joe, I don't understand what the whole point of keeping the Learning Tree feud even, like, in the same atmosphere with Hook.
He'll probably be back soon because now they're going to do Hook and Strong probably all out. So,
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. And then the last thing I got is just the ending segment. Danielson, Jack Perry.
All seriousness, the Ricochet Fletcher match. Any thoughts on it?
I don't want to get hate for this.
No, please do, because I got some thoughts on it. That's why I wanted to see what you said.
It was good. I liked it a lot, but, like, it was Ricochet, and that's more than fine. But, like, it wasn't like he was unleashed or anything like that. Like, you know, it wasn't like, oh my God, here's, like, that Ricochet. It was, you know.
Thank you.
And again, maybe it's just a matter of him getting comfortable and learning and relearning or doing whatever. I enjoyed it. It was fine. I'm a big Ricochet fan, not a hater of his at all. But, you know, didn't really set the world on fire. But, I mean, the crowd was only like 2,000 people last night. It was a very small crowd.
But I don't think, but the crowd, I wasn't.
I'm saying that doesn't help elevate a match.
Of course.
Like,
but
that's all.
I think it was, as you were saying, a Ricochet match, which is a spot fest. That's good or bad, depending on how you feel about it. But nothing that he showed me makes me think that he's not the mid-card wrestler from WWE right now. And I know he's more than that because Prince Puma and stuff was great. I understand all that. But what he showed last night was just another mid-card wrestler. And, like, that kind of sucks because I like you said, I wanted Unleashed Ricochet. I wanted a different kind of personality, a different kind of attitude. And just, like, so far, obviously it's only been 2 nights, 4 days, whatever. But, like, you kind of want to come out the gate hot with that, and they didn't with him. And that kind of sucks.
So I think he'll be fine. And even before WWE, like, I don't even think it's a WWE thing. I think it's a talent thing. Sometimes a wrestler is just who they are, who they're going to be on that level. And I've never considered him, like, top of the food chain. And that's not a knock on him. I know a lot of people will see it as that. And I'm sorry to one of our particular listeners if they're still with us. I'm sure they're not happy. But it's the truth.
That's fair.
Again, maybe he'll. That's why I didn't want to say anything. I was like, I don't want to poo-poo on him. He just fucking showed up, and I'm sure he'll be fine once he has his match with Ricochet at Grand Slam. Everything's going to be more than fine.
All right. So then, how you feel about how Dynamite ended with the Scapegoat as the number 1 contender?
Logically and storyline-wise, for a 2-week build, it makes perfect sense. I'm pretty sure he's the last person to pin Danielson.
It's an open challenge.
Again, it's an open challenge.
Chicago.
Darby and Perry just fought each other. He's going to fight Darby. So why would Perry not jump the line first? Yeah, it's Chicago, whatever. His whole personality is now that one thing, whatever. So again, logically, storyline, all of this stuff, it makes sense. But on paper, it's just like, really? Like, final full-time run, and this is what you want to do and start it out with? Like, why doesn't Perry just defend his title against somebody else on the pay-per-view?
On a pay-per-view, I agree. I don't think Perry versus Danielson is like, oh my God, what a main event match right now. I agree with you with that.
Yeah. And this is why I don't like the 2 1-week in between pay-per-views. It happened last year. It's going to happen this year. It's probably not going to be that great of a show thrown together card-wise. And, like, I don't know. I'm not really interested in seeing the match for obvious reasons. But, like, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say he's a bad wrestler. I've never said Jack Perry's a bad wrestler. I just don't fucking like him.
No, I get it. And,
you know,
and not that they're doing it this year, but we kind of said last year where they gave more focus to Grand Slam after All In, I feel like. This year they haven't really given focus to either one. I think Darby, we know the Darby main event match, but that's really it for Grand Slam. So,
Well,
go
and
ahead.
it's funny because I forgot about it. Like even like when they announced All In being in Dallas in February or whenever it is, or April, I remember being like, oh, or June. I was like, oh wow, they got All In and All Out away from each other. So there's no more 2 week gap. But then I totally forgot they announced Forbidden Door for the same week that All In is during. So now
Yeah,
you're doing
but
Forbidden Door and All Out 2 weeks apart.
that's a little bit easier because at least Forbidden Door doesn't have to be storylines. Like Forbidden Door,
Yeah,
like that one I don't mind as much because that's easier to work around. Forbidden Door is supposed to be company versus company, and then you can still build for your own company's matches after that. So I'm
I agree
okay with
you.
that one.
It's more. I agree with you. It's more showcasey, so it's easier to pull off. I
Exactly.
still don't like it
Agreed.
because no one should have to drop $100 within 2 weeks to watch two shows.
Agreed. No, I
I
do
think.
agree with that.
I also miss 4 pay-per-views a year, but either way, I'm done. No more AEW. I'm done.
All right, AW. See you next week. Moving on to the land of the Giants. Are they still called that over there in WWE?
I don't know.
I
Let's
don't
get
know.
this over with.
Don't get it over with. That's so rude. All right, so starting off with SmackDown. SmackDown, some updates for you. Update number 1. Jacob
wow.
Fatu is still kind of hurt. He was wearing a walking boot. Jacob Fatu has given up by order Solo Sikoa his tag team championship because he cannot be the champion and be Solo's special enforcer. I believe that's what he called him. At the same time. So, yes, I was going to bring that up next, that the boot, even though they showed the boot on Friday and he was limping around with it, no, that's cool, Keverlast. Don't worry about it. The boot is already off, though. The reports, I think, Keverlast, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they came out like a day or two ago, but he's already out of the boots. He's already wrestling normally. So I don't understand why they made him give up the tag team championships, because at that point, why have him win him in the first place if you weren't going to have him defend him? Weird. I don't understand, but
because those two are the true tag team. So honestly, I'd rather they be tag champs than.
yeah, but why didn't they just have those two do it in the first place? That's what I'm saying.
The other one was probably legit hurt something with his eye or whatever. Maybe that was legit.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm not a doctor.
All right. Next significant thing, you have Cody and KO. They're trying to cause division. Actually, a weird thing happened. So they did the Grayson Waller effect show. Waller and I always forget the Theory were trying to cause a division between them, and they showed a pretty funny video package of KO just betraying all his friends. So they showed him betraying Sammy, him betraying Jericho, betraying Cena, like setting Cena up and then like betraying him, Kofi, and then Sammy again. They showed. So KO is like, listen, I get it. You have to admit, besides Kofi, every single one of those guys deserved what was coming to them. And I'm like looking at the video, I'm like, that's not true. The first Sammy turn, Sammy didn't deserve that at all. That was at NXT when he won the championship and everyone was like celebrating for him and shit. So that's fucked up. He's lying about that.
No, he's not lying. You have to remember they've been enemies for life. See, you weren't there for the Ring of Honor years.
Yeah,
so
but they were
clearly
friends
hate
at
each
that
other.
point. He made them enemies again.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
All right, so Juice, that's why I brought it up, because of all people, you would be the one to correct me if I was wrong. So Kofi is legitimately the only one who didn't deserve to be attacked on that list. Fair, totally fair. So Cody Rhodes versus KO looks like that's going to be set up it's getting set up pretty well for it. There was no OTC on the show this week. I know you're upset about that.
We'll see him in 2 months. They're moving networks, I'm sure.
And that was really it from SmackDown. Nothing really crazy, nothing big. Oh, and LA Knight defended the belt against Escobar.
That's probably one more defense on SmackDown than Logan Paul did.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Going over to Raw, we had, of course, the Judgment Day kicking off the show, talking about how they beat down Rhea and Damian last week. This led to LWO coming out and Ray pretty much being like, you're a terrible kid, I'm going to put you in your place. Big 8-man tag team match. Judgment Day won, and then Ripley and Priest came down and, beat up whoever they could get their hands on. As per usual, I know you're so loving the Judgment Day. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
But
Next one, Drew McIntyre did a little promo. Pretty much same old. Him and, Punk had to stop fighting. Punk's a chicken, blah, blah, blah. Punk tried to jump him from behind to grab the bracelet again, which I found funny. If you're going to try to get the bracelet, hit him with the chair or something. Try and knock him out, take the bracelet and go. Like, you jumping him from behind, trying to, rip the bracelet off his wrist is a terrible plan. I don't understand why that's a good idea. But that's your boy Punk. I don't know what he's doing. Then, in the first of four triple threat qualifying matches for the Intercontinental Championship. Oh, man, Juice, I feel like I'm just making your night every time I see you on screen. We have Jey Uso versus Kofi Kingston versus Karrion Kross. One guess who won this match? I know you know. Say his name.
Karrion Kross.
Oh, my God. You are terrible guessing. Apparently, Punk went live on IG while he was under the ring before he attacked Drew. That's so funny. That's great. I'm going to watch that later now. Jey Uso, of course, came out on top and is moving on to the Fatal 4-Way match to determine the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. That's right. All the winners of the Triple Threat will face in a Fatal 4 to see who wins, to see who's the number one contender.
If only they had enough people to do a 16-man tournament instead.
Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's...
All right, Randy Orton cuts his usual promo that he, going to beat him for the belt, yada, yada. Bash up Berlin. Then we have, I know the match that you've been waiting for me to talk about all night. Braun Strowman, Bronson Reed, big man versus big man, meat versus meat. Crazy, all right. Match pretty much ended in a no contest. Online people loved it. The way it ended, I don't know if you saw clips, was they fought all the way to the back. It was pretty much just a big, massive brawl. Fought all the way to the back. Bronson got Braun on top of a car on the roof. Bronson then proceeded to go up a wall. Not too high. I would say, tell me if I'm over-exaggerating in the chat, but I would say maybe the wall was 5 feet higher than what the roof was. It wasn't a crazy height, in my opinion. It was just that it was on a car. So then he jumps off the little wall, crushing Braun Strowman into the car, and the car pretty much explodes, and everyone's like, oh, what a crazy spot. I've never seen that before. So yeah. So that was that spot. Again, I didn't find it as impressive as people did because I don't think he was that much higher than him from the top of the car to the wall. So that's just my opinion.
I saw the clip and he fell less than he would have doing it normally from the top rope.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like,
and then when he hits, stupid, because of course WWE can't help themselves. They throw a little stupid sparkler firework inside the car.
Yeah, I saw that too. The explosion.
Yep. And I'm like, just do the fucking spot. Let the glass break and the car bend, and that's enough.
Bro, the explosion cracked me up. I loved it. All right, next triple threat match: The Miz versus Pete Dunne versus Xavier Woods. Pete Dunne will be joining Jey Uso next week, or in 2 weeks, in the Fatal 4-Way. And then the main event, Bo Dallas versus Chad Gable. I will give credit, obviously because of Chad, but Bo looked pretty good. Uncle Howdy looked pretty good. The match is pretty good, compared to other matches, I guess. But Uncle Howdy got the win, and that feud obviously isn't over anytime soon.
Okay.
So the triple threat matches were good matches. I will give them credit for that. The Uncle Howdy match, like I said, I love what Chad Gable does, so watching Chad Gable in the match was good. The Braun Strowman-Bronson Reed fight itself was pretty good, just because whenever you have two big men who can believably make you think you're they're throwing mallets at each other, just that ending was so corny, and again, that's what WWE does all the time with that stuff. And then the promos were just rinse and repeat, and that's the two the Drew McIntyre and the Randy Orton promo were just the same old, and that kind of took me out of it a little bit because I'm really into the matches. I'm really excited for those two matches, especially on this weekend on Saturday, but the promos, the not interaction at the go home show, that kind of took me out of it a little bit.
Yeah. There's
So
not
we'll
much
see.
to say or do anymore, I guess, for them. It's enough.
So moving on to our predictions then, and then we will wrap up tonight. Thank you for everyone who's been staying with us the whole time.
Almost there.
Almost there. Moving on to our predictions. I have Matt's predictions as well. First one we'll start off with Gunther, or as you call him, Walter, defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Randy Orton. I'll start off with Matt, who picked Walter.
Yeah, I'm going Walter as well. It's just not going to happen. Orton's not winning it here.
Yeah, that wouldn't make
Just
any
won the
sense. If Orton
Yeah.
wins, I'd actually be pretty annoyed. So
Yeah.
let's not have
Walter.
that. All right, moving on over to SmackDown's main event. Cody Rhodes defending his championship against Kevin Owens.
Walter, please. Can you write Walter, please? Thank you.
Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. Matt has Cody Rhodes going over.
Yeah, same thing here. I'm going Cody. Just not happening.
It would be nice. It would really be nice if Kevin gets another world title run and like doesn't have to lose to fucking Goldberg. But yeah, it's not gonna happen. Cody Rhodes gonna continue this little story. Let's see how far it takes him. Next match, I know the match with the best names in the world: Terror Twins versus the New Judgment Day. Who we have winning this match?
Don't you mean the Judgment Day?
Judgment Day. Depending on what group you saw, no.
Yeah. Not all of them. I mean, I feel like this one's just getting started, and like the faces should not win
Right?
here. And well, the WWE's faces should not win here. So I'm gonna go with the Judgment Day.
Yeah, no, I agree with you here. I feel like this is definitely not going to be done anytime soon, and especially when you're trying to establish Liv and Cody. What the hell did you just do?
You almost wrote Judgment Day. Judgment Day again.
No, I didn't.
You did.
No, I didn't. No, I agree that if you're trying to get Dom and Liv over, also as this new like power couple, you're gonna have Finn interfere. You're gonna have JD and Carlito, which I still don't understand why Carlito's there. So you have all them interfere. So yeah, no, I agree with you. The match that I really don't know where they're gonna go, and this is the only match that I'm not sure of personally, is the strap match: CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Matt says CM Punk for the record.
Yeah, well, after we talked last week, I think you helped sway me and change my pick again. So clearly that didn't go well last week, but I'm going to stick with it for now. I'll think about it, but I'm going to go with Drew.
So what did I say that made you decide Drew?
So Caroline says Punk, then Drew wants one more Hell in a Cell.
So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that Punk gets a win here because Drew got the last win. If Drew gets a win here, then this feud's definitely over. Which I don't think it's over. I think they're gonna take this out one more because then they're gonna have Seth come back and finish with Bronson Reed, and then they can have Drew or Punk go with Seth like they originally planned. Plus, you need Punk to get the bracelet back. If Punk doesn't get the bracelet back now, when the fuck is this guy gonna get the bracelet back? Like,
well, at the end of the feud, and I don't think the feud's over yet.
but how? Yeah, I don't know.
You have to hang the bracelet from the top of the cell to get it from the left.
Bracelet on a pole match, WCW throwback.
I'd be surprised.
Oh, that would be great. I would love that.
Yeah, well, because again, this is the hit the four corners, right? There's no pinfall submission.
This is hit the four corners, which is another reason why I think Punk has a better shot at winning this match. Also, I just thought of something completely erroneous to all this. I want them to bring back the wheel that Bischoff brought with the random matches on it. That was so much fun.
They do it every year in NXT for Halloween Havoc now. They spin the wheel.
Yeah, but I want it on a show that I actually watch.
That's very fair.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right, so you go with Drew McIntyre. That seems to be the only dispute so far. Last, and certainly least, the women's tag team title match, Unholy Union versus Belair and Cargill. Matt says Belair and Cargill.
Well, you go first this time.
I'm
I've jumped on the other four. So
yeah, no problem. I'm going. To be honest with you, the whole feud doesn't make sense to me. I really don't know what they're trying to do with the women's division and the tag team titles, because then they have on Raw, you have the PFC and you have Damage Control. So I'm not sure. Like, those are next in line. Do you want them versus Belair and Cargill? I don't even know why Unholy Union won it in the first place, but I don't see them losing it right away. So I'm gonna go with Unholy Union for this one.
it's funny you say right away because didn't they win them like 4 months ago?
Yeah, I feel like they
Or
haven't
am I,
defended them that much.
or am I misremembering? Maybe it was 2. Either way,
I don't know
or
if it was
3.
4. Wasn't it at SummerSlam?
No, they won them in the they won them Money in the Bank. So it's been like right. So that was beginning of July. So it's
Yeah.
been like 2 months. Okay, I overdid it. No, not Money in the Bank. That was Toronto, right? When were they in the UK?
They went at Clash?
Clash.
Yeah, they
And
went
what
at
was that?
Clash.
Was
Yeah.
that June?
Yeah,
That was Either way,
that was a while back.
because May was May was King of the Ring. I think
Mm-hmm.
June was whatever. My only question for you, thank you, Carol. That's for the pop at Clash. Yeah. So my question to you is: have they given any reason in the last few weeks to think that Bianca and or Jade are turning on each other or splitting? Any reason to think it?
Not that I've really seen. They seem like they're pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch as intently. I do have it on. Sometimes it's in the background. But from what I've seen, they're interacting well. I haven't seen any like faces or smiles or anything like that would suggest it. But I could have missed that. Full disclosure.
I kind of feel the same way. Where it's like this match feels like kind of like a trap match.
Yeah.
Like you think like, oh, it's a no-brainer. They're gonna win them back, and then like, well, everyone thought that last time, and they won them. So I don't know. Put me down for Unholy Union. I'll try and do some research.
I was gonna say,
if,
depending on what they do on
SmackDown.
SmackDown, I might change my pick. So we'll see how that works. All right, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, those are our picks for Bash in Berlin. Next week is going to be a similar show because we got Bash in Berlin to go over, and then we got all out predictions to choose. Gonna have hopefully another crazy week in wrestling to really talk about, and
Whole lot.
we'll figure out
Probably
another
not as good.
segment to do. Maybe Be Kind Rewind, maybe something else. I don't know.
Definitely not as good.
Definitely not as good.
It's definitely not. It's
Might-
a WWE week.
Might be better.
Absolutely not. I even said to you after All In, I was like, I don't even think I want to watch Bash in Berlin. It's not going to hold up at all.
I know it's not going to hold
It's
up
not.
as a pay-per-view. 100% not going to hold up as a pay-per-view. But they do have, out of their 5, they have 3 solid matches I do want to watch. You do have Punk versus Drew in the strap match. Whatever you feel about the actual feud, Rhodes versus Kevin Owens is going to be a great match. And Gunther and Walter versus Randy Orton is going to be another great match. So, like, those are 3 top-notch matches that I do want to watch. Just the pay-per-view is not going to live up, obviously. No shot.
I agree with you on the 2 title matches. I do worry that Punk and Drew may get a little like screwy, little gimmicky. You know. Still,
Well,
I mean, I'm gonna watch it.
The
but, like,
only so really quick about that. The only way that can get bad gimmicky is if someone interferes, because like it's a strap match. That's a gimmick in of itself. Like that is going to be the match with the 4 corners. Some they've done very well in the past, and some they've not done so well. It all depends on the finish. Every
Here's the
strap
thing, they're gonna-
match it could be a great
Sorry,
match,
there's-
but if the finish sucks, then what are you going to do?
Yeah, but they're gonna throw like they're gonna do what they do. They're gonna throw like a 2-minute like monologue in there about the bracelet, like halfway through the tapping the thing. It's just whatever. I'm just not looking forward to that. It's gonna be more story driven.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So, like,
Yeah.
Drew's going to hit 2 turnbuckles and then grab a fucking microphone and start talking about the bracelet, and that's going to cost them the match?
Just something. I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about the finish for that one. However, it's gonna play out. Title matches I'll give you, but we'll see. We'll talk about it next week.
100% agree. If they mess up the finish of the strap match, I will be upset. If they do something like that, that will suck. But if they do something where, like, like, if CM Punk is just struggling and dragging like a limp Drew from corner to corner, that'll be pretty dope to watch. If Drew is like choking CM Punk and just pulling him over his back corner. That it really depends on how they do the corner spots. The corner spots get so tricky.
Yeah. I just think if Punk wins, it's going to be like fluky, accidental, like, oh, you didn't really.
I was gonna say they did that once. I can't remember, but what was that strap match where like the guy was going to each corner, whoever he was facing hit each one after him. Then at the last corner, which one?
I'm pretty sure it was JBL and Eddie.
Yes. Yes.
Or JBL and Cena, but I think it was JBL Eddie.
Yeah, where the last corner Eddie was stopping him, and then Eddie got to the fourth. Yes, okay, and like that was good. That was interesting. That was a little different.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll let it play out, but that's all right. I said my piece.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we hope you had a great night. Please join us next week, same time, same place. We have a lot to talk about. We hope you guys have a great time. Please don't forget to subscribe. Adios, everybody.
Yeah, later, Gator. 25% off. It's September. Give it. Give me the money.
Far across the water, some other distant beach. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down. Empty airport runways along the coastline. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down. And all the old familiar places. 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 You can come back now. You can come back now. How can we go on? Far across the water, some other distant beach. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down. Empty airport runways along the coastline. Watch the lights go down. Watch the lights go down. And all the old familiar places. And all the old familiar places. And all the old familiar places. And all the old